All right, maraba mbitimba shumpa TV. Anya yal na aya mbitimba. Mfina boy na kewa. Amara shia la anya mata shia danso kana boy na dulu na mbitika masfu. Mfe makusuma flumo kusotiru mafletira na pama fula na pa kana boy na dulu na mbitika masfu. Shumpa TV sina aya wana. Kabre aya mba na mbata aboya ntansafu. Aboya bilbil so. Hey, chale. It's not all the time that we do entertainment. Sometimes we need to shift into our more political terrain in Kenkana Asian community. Amo Kenyam asana kachento wobel. Kabre anyibinyo all the way to canteen na anyo kabre na anya ta canteen bo onumu tamba chana anyibulumbu tumfa na nyina mo megetu eshin demtomona abiwra tan langyo demamba enklebe kabso Ananpansah Abraham ne bedem tinyimu bedem tibetramo small Jesus ma betramo canteen messiah na one very hardworking and very influential politician when it comes to Damangobo politics. Al asna awulombo tumfa korinyin Ananpansah maraba
ngoyante
awu kantine bidun so
inshallah nchorobora
ntumanyin fu so sinde anyibo lombo ato yande takochoro ntansa kantine bi na anyibo bukenipo na nya fara mbakani
asansan kushunga
awu
me nchoro fan for production team ga kanta ko choro ansa the good people of Greater Canteen Electoral Area na bembo viewers. In fact, people are doing a very great job. Ambuka borkola la fin kanga bora amam bembo butimu son sane bembo kachinari abakale the leading show ever within the precincts of Northern Ghana. And so ambe collaborate sabni.
Amen. Asankushung Ananpansah Abraham ba monomi bonuna very oversized engine. Others call him small body big engine. Yes, come on for the member of Fluso nkunu mukatre nkumu oshunshun so fiu fun mukatrana kokomotana. Yes, back to the matter. Anyi fuka were very active ni especially politics so you are one of the most active politicians in Damangobo politics. And then little did we know that Finn take the mantle of becoming an assemblyman. Mana I motivate for go into assembly election and become assembly member for area B.
Kashintento asankushunga Anfara as a development journalist.
Okay.
Bakama nabunyima they knew me to be a media person.
Sure.
And so through development journalism.
Okay.
In fact, I'm working back for to understand that we needed to have moved to youth development.
Okay.
And so for come if you know Damango Youth Parliament.
Yeah, sure.
In fact, I led the initiative to form the Damango Youth Parliament.
Oh, I see.
Yes, somewhere 2019.
Oh, I see.
Yes, and it was the first experimental parliament across Ghana.
Wow.
And Lomba Jamana, Ani Adabala Anton Ta, Abelso, radio, can you bring more when about time, writing to be able to bring development to the doorsteps of our people. In fact, through some of those development activities, I got the opportunity, Lomba Jamana, to work with Ghana Web.
I see.
I didn't apply for the job. Wow. I just sat down at the on phone. That my contributions online were good.
Wonderful.
And they wanted me to work for them across Northern Ghana. And so for Baiko Shunlombo Shuna, you interface a lot of development. My voice used to go very far.
Okay.
Kishan Baikaro community, you'll be the first person they will call.
Sure.
And so at a point, I aimed the name Anas Aramia Anas.
Wonderful.
And so it went on and on about for time cool. There were calls from the community because but then and that year I lead most of the development through my write-ups, through the radio and other things. And so when the calls became intensive, the voices of the people at all times are the voices of God.
Okay.
And so by three, you have to heed.
Sure.
And so when the voices came, I decided that it was not time to serve my people and do the little things that I can also do to brighten the corner.
Wonderful.
And so for Kenny, that is how come I came into local
Yes.
politics.
Magwa, I think I'm a proud member of Damango Youth Parliament. Kalakosana Kachadama Bunkalita, Kala Demontation, Demata, Damango Youth Parliament, take a more up na Ani Kumalala Amato. I thank you very much for Lumber Initiative. Fee, the voice of the people, most of the time, is the voice of God. It means Asian Trisuko Anyambomo na Batagamo. So man Allah some of labor duties we no fu fane no bu fane adega fkaba chibomoto na fobamba jam problem wora. What are some of maybe specific duties as an assemblyman?
Le amara be kadena amsona betrek mu democracy.
Sure.
En kawol bungbang we ne enkabe ekunga kekena ambetrek mu 1992 constitution.
Yeah, sure.
Fe amekamo ka bakut na betrek mu 243.
Okay.
Basically 240 na keke is about local government, but 243 na.
Okay.
Como kaboko be melga about the functions of members of the assembly. Fanantan you kosona better local government act 2016 at 937. Como kaboko ka better como kabokudu na she subsection system nana. Ke kangalchen damto we ne fo ba ka local representative assemblyman fin antawora antambar en chargambas for basa so I'm better ko conveyor belt of development.
Okay.
And in nothing can cadena bun kilki fa na yile kamo katilemu.
Okay.
Na nkilga bemba cadena fa bol fa a shile fa niti fa kasabe fa kalento anantan talumba nkilgina and tam bakadna to amson batafo and jamparna. And so assemble na ba ka ku meeting adiga na fi a chan fa basa mbur bar na bumo bumo chentirso fa so and time you assemble ka kuma wen ke bin alra assembly fa tambete amba sa basana.
Okay.
Sang na sa jojo can go on and ka tambar enkilgi.
Sure.
Anyana ko koskona betr kum sub committees.
Okay.
Ko ba ka le assembly member kama diga na about into at least 2 subcommittees. Ndon nkilgi fara education subcommittee, micro and economic, social planning, development planning, finance and administration, almost 7 should nana. And so ndona assembly member for responsibility nothing can neke akala venga school bomba sonana for bas ba ke digalo for your education committee so you can lobby.
Okay.
And present your issues to that subcommittee.
Wow.
Then they will send it to the executive committee through to the General Assembly before the implementation stage.
I see.
And so for assembly member, you have to play an active role on the subcommittee.
Wow.
And then so apart from representing your people at that level, you also represent the national interest.
Okay.
So kaskuma wena kabinta kilgintamba Ghana burke bombaso. Fi akala assembly member adagana na fi yile kumuso unten lento kada kama we ni fi warana Ghana na do Ghana na banyale dama ngo binyale dama ngo banyale kantin binyale ama kantin bra banyale tanke kebre.
Wonderful.
And so unfakeni kan kuduna assembly member ba kosono kadaga na awra eshibiga ya banso anko development partners economic grouping social grouping na amo kekena assembly member fu kushun la na think kan fi agbarga bomo antamba for kadato betenta enkelgi
basmola the social grouping.
Yes, anko mo like the NGOs.
Okay.
Anko Friends of the Earth amwa demta we ne boko into environment.
Okay.
Boko into kakrang boko into SCBT boko into nchu ya folombe jamane maybe I'm being pin kana ambe wora agbarga bomo ba na oshunwe ne bomo ba bishun amba andato. One critical aspect has to do with communal labor.
Okay.
And development activities.
Oh, communal labor crowd.
That is one of the core functions of an assembly member.
I see.
Communal labor. Kana fe wona frfrbe about fakadato.
Okay.
Kana fe wora na enkelgebeshin abajile fakadato. It is the core function.
When assembly member me ban antra communal labor basmala.
Come spirit na biuna.
Okay.
Ama kuma daga na anan longa antinga kamo.
Wow.
Because na kaskuma bento nyoso amandon. Kabre yurbe lemfi asana man fa bachana fi amala.
Sure.
Nko. Abakeni amba damangobo fulso. Typhoid fever now is the leading outpatient cases that were recorded at the hospital level. Manso farfarbe. And so namba munko yurbe lemfi shen manten yoso. And so kala kosana kala kishin trusunanta every assembly.
Wow.
And kadaga na assembly members na amba kelento abalang ndo. So in fact, it's one of our core mandates.
Sure.
And also, komono kanandega na malga ale for assembly member kan finta kumu bese for unit committee bi.
Okay.
And tambar enkelgi. That is one of your functions.
Wow.
How to work with community stakeholders. Key among them the unit committees, the chiefs, the opinion leaders among Bomo. But I'm emphasizing on the unit committees because most often than not, one but the matter. But we vote, we federal finger go and vote more. I'm 4 years and I'm 4 years now.
It's true.
Assembly member could take out how many unit committees were. I don't know Kilgamantin you so.
Wow.
Because unit committee na buma takte basana.
Basana.
When a boya ayaka our maybe say pre. Mu unit committee wandong Loresia. Monanta boyana and tanso koma mondong.
Wow.
Settlement on kwasandong.
I see.
Sena son kwasandong.
I see.
And so mark abaka fulumbe election na. Until you look to make sure thing can I live on back and Kobasa represent the Kiswini.
Man will be so you sometimes handpick those people to contest.
I do.
Wow.
I do. And come by our all my election.
Okay.
Bomwa to win na. Final kumba fa penana.
Wonderful.
And because we form a team, work, win the election and work together.
For Kenny level was an duties, responsibilities we mkadaga mika carry out area. For Kargamo damta. Amo afanan fateng achievements canteen B. Amo mona fatong poso.
Almost amo keke entem batam.
I see.
Ama de medibere. Mantan warrior loge. And come into warrior loge, I'll be deceiving myself. Aha, men were my lemba attacker. And for Kenny Talanga and Dombom Basso.
Okay.
Almost all the pillars when in Tan living can mention. Talanga Kakram Bambaso.
Okay.
Na in Farakarbinche.
I see.
Talanga
school.
Oh, Kakram Bambazon Kabamba.
Okay.
One of the things identified was literacy and numeracy.
I see.
So, yes, so I started an initiative when main support most of the schools with teaching learning materials. And I can say, without equivocation, from across the electoral area, there is no school.
Canteen.
Canteen Electoral Area. There is no school. Namanta teaching learning materials.
I see.
Worth thousands and thousands Ghana cedis.
Wow, teaching material as a crans na.
As a crans, cardboard, standard textbooks.
Wonderful.
Talk about teaching learning materials. Can win furniture. At the point, I distribute over 200 furniture across the entire
on the part of Yoruba Lenfi Mare manufacturing Lenkan.
Yoruba Lenfi Nkaba, I took it upon myself, communal labor. And kind of reviving the spirit of communal labor. And so, ma and Sabbath were visible. Because my intention was that Alumba Jamana Kana Korfin Kange Anta Dra Bus Spirit Win Quota Lena Kadamon Prama.
Okay.
Na Korfin Kange Kadeka number revive Lombokoso. So Unkafara reviving the spirit of communal labor. Alumba Jamana go organize my team.
I see.
Number you will identify an area. Go and clean.
Oh, no, videos and pictures.
Akaba Masanya Kosoko.
Wow.
My own little resources. No mean than tunchu refreshment because I come away ne.
Wonderful.
Ambassador Zoomlion used to do very well. Wonder banta aboya sabumoga that ya larbasa. Asanya logistics. And so across the electoral area, I'm working over and over and over again.
Okay.
Nakabo working kankabumbayile as a policy. Within canteen once in a while. I'm a kobung. I'm being organized and you look to and you clean. Apart from that, one of the things we didn't facilitate, a Chips compound through the then member of parliament for the people of Puri in the canteen electoral area Kadalkishin Trusubungana and Tansamodrana and the Bayaka Yundong campaign. Because when could have Tribunga, Allah Yoruba Lenfia.
Wow.
And as a leader, Baka attack Monas Manishitu, I took it upon myself. And Farakamona as a communal leader on our own.
Wonderful.
And then and then member of parliament. Honorable Galus, Nata Kachato, through health insurance fund.
Wonderful.
Na Atachito.
Wonderful.
Na Amwarakamole, and I continue to commit myself throughout Nlombo project Nabambalgo Cabaret. It is one of the first class facilities within the Damango municipality. And health records say this. But you are Greek. There was an uncompleted Chips compound. And the Regiment Kaba, we completed it, installed it with solar.
Wonderful.
And so solar system, Wakamoto. And so Ashina Shibi.
Wonderful. HB Anyayo sports. On the part of sports.
Well, on the part of sports, I'll say number one.
I see.
Oh yes.
Across all the electoral areas.
Even Ghana.
In Damango.
Even Ghana.
On the part
investment,
of sports.
because our sports facility go, and that facility cost us almost 60 to 70,000.
Wow.
Yes. If I want to, from the beginning, come and fara come because it is not easy, but okay. There is no year apart from last year, which was an election year. Now our Assemblyman end of year gala matches. I'm talking education,
yes,
and entertainment.
It's true.
And so every year in year out, I'm betting up Canteen Be a Berso. Those outside, those within, those in the diaspora, Nanka Baberso, Mbata football, Mbata entertainment, and thinking about of the development challenges of the community.
No for good
and
team,
how, yes,
good team support boom na for team.
Yeah, good team. Actually the manager for now, interim manager. And so I led Canteen AFC.
Okay.
It's a registered Division 3 side.
Division 3?
Yes, Division 3 is registered. And so
Obumna busu every day jina.
Currently I'm third on the league.
Oh, I see. You can't know sports
football
news.
No, football but team Halman City will be lose.
It's true.
So team can be to lose in the football.
Sure.
But then the team is doing very well.
Wow.
Currently I'm track and I'm being mobile resources because sometimes and I can't do it all alone.
It's true.
And so through Lumber Kalentuna na Ambesole Cabre and Tumbumba register Lumber as Division 3. And it's one very big achievement. For time you sports equipments break. Currently volleyball nets, Jesus when I cannot even count footballs. I'm one of achievements because they have become like a daily routine.
So I move away from
volleyball court among others. Yes.
Social intervention programs within Canteen Electoral Area.
Yes.
Like Kachan to Bakachita will be in Fatan Lento, Tanlangunchu.
Unchu within Canteen Electoral Area, if I cannot even boast, I can boast of 8 completed borehole facilities.
Wow.
When I'm facilitated.
Oh, Brewer. Konyo and Saya for Brewer.
Not government.
Wonderful.
Not any political decision, but through.
How do you get the funding?
You have to lobby. You have to go out there. Development better now. Sometimes your effort will pull development agents.
Sure.
Currently, I'm be another project.
Okay.
And inshallah, within the next 2-3 months, I'm in a commercial garden within the Kuri area.
Wow. Commercial garden.
Commercial garden.
Wonderful.
Fully installed with solar borehole system. Fenced garden with
irrigation.
A storehouse and customer irrigation.
Wow.
So the women will use it to do dry season farming.
Wonderful.
Amfara customer kabe kangare. And so the drilling was supposed to be done Cabre.
I see.
But ne aborbu kuto. Donors na man bomo working kanga amber eshindura bertega.
Wonderful.
And so asana adaben trebu na sanya damango be kebi nona ntakamusa.
Wonderful.
Damango be kebi na basana mo bankanga recommend mo. So currently kabe malgara bu kumbungu adrel kukuli. After that ban you wal ya drill and kabe damango. And so kababa recommend the talu project na can cancel so mo na. And so it is a very big project when it ba chato mang amba basana ba kabawata. And so boholes for your settlement current am kuru bohole within this year dawalana am kuru another bohole ndo through World Vision and ankabe kangare alombo bohole la very soon am be our installation.
I see.
And 2 drilling points and the water is very high yielding.
Wow.
It everything has been done. It's not just of the construction.
I see.
And then installation.
I see.
You come to Senas, you go to Frafra number 4.
Wonderful.
You come to within Canteen Cabre. One of the surviving boreholes within Canteen Electoral Area was done under me and through my facilitation.
Wow.
It's a solar borehole system and it's serving the community very, very well. And so in terms of social intervention, at least we have done our part.
Wonderful. Yes, Kishintena, Eshindamta water maker Benton Wara. Going forward, Manofu Fanikat Kral Fuki Digal, colorful biggest challenge. No Fakra, I work towards Kum, Nkunu Fu Fane, Fakanya Yolaway, Kabimber, Kumula Lancer, Canteen Electoral Area. For challenges.
Development is destructive.
Sure.
Akaba development akaba bana be dansona.
Ga.
Kokona akaba fomundo so kokobenjije.
Ga.
And so onfokeni challenges now, they are widespread.
Sure.
Ranging still from sanitation, though and what I'm here. But it is still a challenge.
Okay.
Not within Canteen, but across the length and breadth of the municipality and even the region at large. And that's how come on big debate. So people are advocating that Zoomlion will contribute review so that the communities will be in charge of managing Bongo sanitation. And so we challenging now the spirit of the communities to actively participate in communal labor. When you call for communal labor coming out, but it's still a challenge. And so sometimes resource constraints. Because assembly member Bamakafo Eshentrusuna Mawata Asabandi assembly member Government assembly member because Fana Bomona MP Sibre Mo Abachala Buribuna be by Abamanchala on Donna so I come back assembly member. So at the end of the day now commenting about Beka or Fosna but lack of resources. And so Kumusanya Bukuda advocate Finkange. A component of the common fund should be dedicated to electoral areas, which is something we call electoral area development fund. Don't give it to the assemblyman. But Bimbom Kukumu Kabako, number 3 electoral area development fund. The assemblyman should write to the assembly, and then the assembly will give approval.
Wonderful.
Before we execute the project. And so for Mari,
so wonderful idea. If you don't propose assembly meetings.
Yes, severally. In fact, during the campaign, it was rather unfortunate. Opportunity because I spoke when the non-president Brown number meet professional assembly members and those people. When the Malgo on education, so when the chance Malgo on that area, but that was what was seriously my back at that part of our proposal winning and Antana and what the call to and Tansa. Because Mary, this thing about allowance now is not sustainable to me. But think about the fund when could they say? But when you think you have to use it to pursue development. Broken down boreholes. Petty health issues, petty sanitation challenges. Be a casa that's been amanal nothing can be a yellow Jew as they pass through long procedures. Mostly here can be a small problem now. Currently, one area be some local speed ramps and Boroya Fokobonko, and they needed support from the assembly member. And so, if such a thing should exist, they can easily write to the assembly member. Then you also forward it to the assembly. And they approve, you get something small and go and support.
Honorable. Among challenges, Damango in general, challenge Bongo win Kibitoro Angike, Menino for electoral area, Allah Kudrunu Galgala, Kalakoswina, Kalakadigal Fawabo Kabasa.
Kotapa, Kalakadigal.
So, Lusuba Ayan do na Anyatum in Julumba.
And what about 3 engagements with narcotics control board within Canteen Electoral Area just to educate and sensitize the people on drug abuse. Currently, I'm building project with what is the name of the it's an NGO. I'm building some project called with Bomo. So they are in charge. On Kodrunu, education, health, but Kodrunu Kabasona, a component na dedicated to you to be handled. And the idea is to move around the schools and educate Ambina. It is rampant even in the schools.
Oh, in the school, yes, very true.
And come on, by our rampant at that level, when we presume that they know what they are doing.
Yeah, sure.
But in Biana, but by Akalurkumuto, at times they go exactly because they are ignorant about the entire system. So, Kumare ana abertoro damta, Dambakasani. So, we are making effort to get to the schools to educate the people. In fact, one initiative we had take towards that was a watchdog committee. First of its kind. Now I'm from revived. Let me say that because I canteen. But at the point successive leaders maybe attempted. But when I came and materialized it, now from Cabro for you regional police command Waltona. Think a watchdog committee is existing
some kind of vigilante group.
Vigilante group. So that they will act as a check on the behavior of these youngsters and other people. Boom, but them tana. Kamaka or more anotona. And Bruno Makana when persuasion fails, force must be applied. So kalakosone as stakeholders be putting effort. Authority need to also do something. They are important.
So vigilante group na bafara bon kushunga.
Yes, bafara they.
So fumu fani commander menya so target ba san ba famwa.
Kafana yes, be maintain and target bomo. But kamona be lemimba law enforcement agencies ban. I'm on the law. So
but komona boyimbo nuam na bakaba attack the difference ala kom.
Boyimbo nuam na we don't attack.
Okay.
What we do is
that vigilante group now main job also.
Definitely you have to identify challenges and liaise with the law enforcement agencies to implement.
Okay.
So if we identify that maybe there is a different case here, better community arrest. Community arrest. The law permits community and individual arrest. And meet arrest, then we'll hand over to the police. We cannot enforce. So maybe na mbasko be farm. What we can do, anya community, we can identify low basna and then lay the appropriate report for the police to come and act. Last 4 months before the assembly election, and our engagement in some flash hall. It was a community engagement on how to enhance community to police relationship, community to the vigilante relationship, so that antem piabar no lomba shena atem njosonene.
Honorable bomba demta ko orfane bomba ko bemana sa lomba ka bawtna ama motin dembomu bemana anten yege. So fumu fane made antinye rehab center.
Precisely the point, and so that is the problem.
You willingly.
Yes. So we need to be looking at the municipal assembly, the RCC, and need to be looking at a way to rehabilitate most of these people and put them back to society. And so now you lumbo centers now, and then you can encourage Womba to go for counseling among other things, so that we can even counsel the parents of these people on how to handle Bomo at that particular tender age. And all boils down to intensive education and community engagement, including effective law enforcement.
Honorable, Anu Ofuto, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Katak Boya, Watofane, Banfarga, Assembly members. Fukonu Lebu Kuboya, no Sonko Warfu, no Subukilin, Tunufu Faneke Bember, Fukushinto as an assembly.
Well, Kuboya Pana. Let me say, come on, Kakana. But then we become a payment. One can allowance money payment. And come along. It's just a support scheme. Because we're not being chafato. Put in shumfu kushum. Maybe fuel, among other things. So let's collect that particular person. Come on, Kakoka. Assembly members. Because you want assembly members be shuna. No government can come and pay them. Look at the number. But then. Na governanti think an emphakeni in the local government act ko ka boko wata ba kan ka daga ne babasa assembly members emoluments, but the emoluments can come in different forms. For ya chene even assembly sessions ko so brebe what na ba allowances, but that is not enough. Because electoral areas na ba dem the communities are widespread. Whenever time you canteen, we have a community called Poposo.
I see.
Pontiac Brigade. Is several miles, over 60 miles if I'm not mistaken.
I see.
Yes, from Canteen Township.
So maybe in Tia you don't want to
for you.
Wow.
Because your people are also there. And so no for me call fuel support, machinery support. How do you reach out to them? And so the work of an assemblyman is very burdensome. And number this thing now is timely. Though I would say it is not even enough. We can still do more, but I mean, a journey of 1,000 miles will always start with a step.
Definitely.
So, Kankaban Ferrari, maybe there will be the need to improve upon these services.
Baskoda kanga assembly members many shen mo kumuto nkolo so askoba mokafete bibi akata kunkushunga byamuso na abo tuturuki fi kaman akataka dawla kumuto so bokaka ban farga sami allowance are fufene kbinti ala threat to for re-election.
There's no threat in this one. In every election, Mari, I don't know. In every moment that you election in Kalukufu.
I see.
Reason being that before I go into an election, I would have done my homework.
Wow.
I'll do my work. So for by our kushuna, within election period, you don't need to stress so much. For me, kushuna, that is where sometimes it's difficult.
Wow.
Because our people know what is good and what is bad.
Okay.
And so when you as when our your dating ambition kushuna, and when about bank palasso, for baba and palasso, the people will not look at you. Who can do. And so most often than not, it will depend on can near win for cray. Na kushun win and for your dating can afishun. And Sabasna. Ambassador by your there is no way whether allowance and those MPs back up my.
It's true.
But pressure more and go threat more. When you work, they will give you the money. When you don't work, they will put you out. I'm saying the democracy.
I see.
And so the most important thing is the mandate. Being a social contract now, you are supposed to work to vindicate number trust where the basna answer.
Talking of threat and fear, honorable. As come away now you into election, fully manokulu I believe definitely for come across an opponent when as of a fierce competition unko as of a value a run for command one alombo opponent.
Oh, in election every opponent is an opponent.
Sure.
You don't underrate an opponent in any election. No matter can do, I will come strengths, come weakness. And so I cannot say this one has ever given me number 3. Come on now.
I see.
It's an opponent, and once you are going into an election or a battle, you must go prepared.
Wow.
So when you go prepared, whoever is coming, you know that you will be able to
among the elections you've gone through. Fadank ayoko no ko rofofone kadebere mbam perkinishi in loose na no nakabije for carbon.
No, to be very honest, no. To be very honest, no. I maybe where we came from.
Okay.
And where we took the development of the community up to. Mostly because I to calculate the margin.
Wow. The only issue is the gap.
It's always the gap. To be very honest. The issue always has to do with the gap. That is always our
+1
no. As for Kuma, no matter what, we always
confident assembly member.
Even though opponents have always given us keen contest, but it is expected.
Honorable.
They would have also done some good to the community. So they also have some support base.
I see.
So in as much as you are working to break into more support base, they'll also be doing work to be able to get to your support base.
Wow.
But I mean, in all the elections, we are yet to see that.
I see. Honorable, but them to be into the electoral area, ala damangobo hub of entertainment. Fun Kenny Kinishiding ko yusange bakabeso I canteen ala basana mbedinga nyikinishiga damanyi be shibompo na fukeni anyibuka shibomba dankar to fiu fane canteen no bomba dem tishi shibompo na badam to ina anyi demand of canteen no bishi manafio wora elen lebo shibompo na to.
In fact, to be very precise, entertainment Farah Canteen.
I see.
Oh yes.
Wow.
Entertainment Farah Canteen.
The Assemblyman is endorsing.
Oh no, yes.
So many from Assemblyman or an hour.
No, it's a fact. It's a fact.
I see.
Bishit Town, we used to have East Coast niggas, West Coast niggas, OC.
Yeah.
They were the East Coast, and West Coast niggas were from the Canteen area.
I see.
And so the hub of entertainment was basically Canteen. The time of the art circus, where Cabranco Sanflash Hall.
Yeah.
And don't entertainment Farai.
I see.
And the Coco's gonna be through Sisao Hall. Sisao Hall. Town will beat it and she town fina and back Canteen because of entertainment. So if you needed entertainment, proper
is normal.
No, not that, but that excuse my language, gangsterism.
Okay.
Canteen Kafara.
Wonderful.
Canteen and everybody knows this. But come away but come to they will attest to this.
I see.
Anya kusuna tukum.
Okay.
But when we got up, entertainment in the entire Damango Canteen Nekafara.
Wow.
So it is not surprising that Mvukene Canteen has groomed a whole lot of young guys that are doing very well.
Canteen groom. into
Big
the
Dole,
industry?
the Borises, you know, we have the Arnoldere, you know, and quite a number of them that are doing very, very well.
Okay, honorable, without being biased, Manufacturing Canteen. So,
yes.
Kama for 5 solid artists we no full fani Bawara so within Savannah.
Yes, within Savannah region.
For electoral area, the whole Savannah.
Yes.
5 solid artists we full fani Bawara.
Potoki has been my all-time best.
Wow.
Musicians. Maybe because he was the one I intercepted first.
I see.
Yeah, so and because of the meaning he brings to music. But you know, as the time goes, trends now be changed.
Okay.
And so a crop of young, vibrant guys have come up.
Okay.
The Borises, Lexicon.
Yes,
trainer. Borisa, Lexicon, and then Kubulinchu.
Okay.
Because of the, you know, lifestyle music when I be orna.
Wow.
Targeting society, development among some of those things, you know. And then if I will want to go for the fifth person, 4 for fifth person, maybe I'll be
so lot now more for fun. I see.
If I want to go for the fifth person, I'll be cycling around Mad Cock.
Okay,
and then this guy, Oladis.
Okay.
Yes, he's doing
Arnoldere no Oladis.
Yes.
Wonderful.
I'll be
for 5. Although tomatoes then so
Potoki,
Borisa, Lexicon, Arnoldere.
Yes.
The big Fomenti Big Dole, Arnoldere,
no,
and then
Big Dole. Those days never team, but for now,
yes.
They are off the
big boys now, legends.
They are no more
active in the game.
But these are the current crop of young guys that are doing very well.
Okay.
And I believe with the necessary support, they can go very far.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
I like the fact that we put Potoki before any other canteen.
Oh yes.
So that is great.
Potoki is naturally a musician.
I see.
Naturally, he's a musician.
He's a natural musician.
He's a natural musician.
Yeah, sure. No doubt about that.
And so, I'm style. I'm so not change most style. He still goes like the Lord Kenya way of music.
Yeah, sure.
Heavy rap.
Yeah.
Hardcore. And such people are born natural.
Okay.
They can't change. They just have to go the way they have to go.
Sure. Honorable, Anka to Fancherga, Fushunshi. I'm a Kenyan from Banfagba. We have to run around in Char and Palman. So you are the people's guy. Akama Bisa for Akama Bisa, Nafaba, Munkashim Horto, for Oshun Sishi, Commander and Kaka to Fanchi in Char. I'm so Tafo, La Lobo Kuboyantansa, and you will be Kinpo.
Asansa Kushunga, me and Chorofo Bonubu K. And Gonchoroma Electoral Area B. In fact, it has been a blessing working with the people of Canteen.
Sure.
Opinion leaders, youth, women, children.
Okay.
In fact, over the years, support winning from Bomana is unprecedented.
Wow.
And for Bakanya Lumbo support, Kabil Lefutuna, and put in Shunkushuna Kana and Kataka. And I believe with continuous collaboration, and Krabin done a lot for our communities. The psalmist in the Bible will say that you can only do the little things and do them very well.
Wow.
You cannot go and be doing the big things. And so, when I'm a farana, I'm a kolobu konokole. In unity lies diversity, and in diversity lies development. And so, not in Piabrolong, I'm meeting in electoral area now. And Tandi also, so I can vision to develop Canteen as a model community. And I think it was not just in West, but in action. Demonstrated this.
Wonderful.
You know, a lot of people are looking up to the electoral area. Sometimes I get calls from across. An assembly member want to do this and want to consult me and on how we are doing it in Canteen. So that is what we mean by saying putting Canteen on the map as a model community for the rest of the people. And so
putting Canteen on the map.
Main chorobanyaga ga na kushunwe bibishum.
Okay.
As damongwe bina kana ambembe alento. Makabarkola Finkanga, chief number channel fee, Kabali TV station
live, sure.
And Benyaba, so in the bench and you should be the people leading or fronting that particular fight. So I'm also
honorable. Anyi choro honorable ga kanu ba pass through anyi bo program ba migration to mbi anyi eshendemta mona anyi demini amo ako anyi choro fuga assemblyman bantansa Canteen Electoral Area na mwala ko nyina Ananpansah Abraham badam to betromo small Jesus ma betromo Canteen Messiah na pala ala asana abarkumolo damta masa Canteen bi tan lang yo nklegbo kabeso malami ke bia me so ponyin miteri Al Hassan Dambal badam to betromo silencer the big guys behind the camera anyi be CEO korinyin adisco la asana awata na korinyin daresin the man with the technical brain bonkel basana ba chito ansana anyi be kabar ba kachina ratambaso mi bo mno no ambe shin kamanchara ambe na ambetamba anyalo shumba let's grow together.